myself as 2 guns in the lift. So when they follow me, I jump out in the club with 2 sticks. And hey yo, LAZ, make sure you check out that new single from Royal Flush featuring L Saucy. It's called Right There, you heard? And the link is in the comment section and in the description of this video, you heard? Leave a comment, tell them Z-Man Suicide Polo with the Ski Man sent you. Look for this single on Apple Music and all streaming platforms. Hey yo, LAZ, after this episode, make sure you go check my bros over there at InSource TV and watch that Super Trife Low Life's interview part 2 with Face Low, you heard? Leave a comment, tell them Z-Man Suicide Polo with the Ski Man sent you. Broadcasted live from New York City. It's the hottest channel on these YouTube streets. The best jail stories and hood stories are here. Make sure you subscribe today. LAZ.
And knowing me, I'm doing 25 to life, man. Ain't no way to hell I'm coming out with a dress on and I'm winning with pants. Shit. No, I was born in Kings County Hospital. Okay. I was born in Kings County Hospital, and I lived on, listen, I lived damn near everywhere. I lived on Utica before the, okay, you know where the Boys and Girl High?
Yeah.
Right there on Utica Fulton?
Yeah.
I used to live right down the corner, 10 Utica Avenue, back in the 60s. Before they built that. Right there, 10 Utica Avenue. Then, because you have Marion Street over there, then I go back, you go back now when I used to live on Walton Street by Marcy Project. I used to live on Green Avenue. I'm one of the original NA Rocks, Notion Avenue. I'm one of the Notion Avenue crew. You know what I'm saying? With Angelo. You know what I'm saying? Mom, all of us. We all grew up together. You know what I'm saying? You know? That's the Brooklynite I am.
Yeah, man, you know, a lot of people may not know, but, you know, I've read books like Man Child in the Promised Land and, you know, Down These Mean Streets, and it was points and times where heroin was so much in the streets, it was like weed. It was in the streets like the way weed was in the streets.
Yes. Yes. Listen, and I can tell you about the Rockefeller program. Listen, I knew Claw, you know what I'm saying? Knew Dutch, all of them out of Manhattan. I'm saying, I mean, believe me, I've been there, done that, and saw that, man. You know what I'm saying, you know? And I thank God, see, God had blessed me from the crack era. He had took me from that era because, you know, and I'm being honest with myself, that's why I have self-integrity. I know if I'd have came home within the 80s or the 90s, I would have fell victim to that. I know it. And I'm being honest with myself, man. I would have. Because I went right back to the heroin, you know what I'm saying? And then think it was having then dumping this fast, then influence. I know I would have did. I'm saying that's why I give my blessings to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the end of my life, of changing me, of being a true meaning of perseverance. To persevere, as well as fortitude, the strength of mind that adore the pain and courage.
So you said you started sniffing dope at 11 years old. How that happened?
11 years old. Okay, this is what my older sister named. She lived in Marcy Project, 554 Marcy Projects, right? And on the 5th floor. And cause she was a bootlegger there, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, back in the days, you know, we had a lot of and my sister Phoebe, we used to call her Cliptina. She, you know what I'm saying? She used to have a lot of bras out there hustling. And then I was her younger brother, the oldest one, right? I used to be under her, and I was a handsome young man, and I used to go to the gay bars with her with a number of women being there, and people thought that I was, you know what I'm saying, a female, you know what I'm saying, dressed like a male, you know what I'm saying? And go through that anyway. She used to get high, so I used to be in the bathroom. I used to hold her when she used to, be shooting up. And I was curious, you know what I'm saying, you know? So I said, can I get a little bit? You know what I'm saying? So she put a little bit on the thing, and I was sniffing, and I was saying, wow, you know what I'm saying? You know, then after that, then the month, man, God bless the dead. I grew up with him named Kevin Sullivan.
You said that was your sister?
Huh?
You said that was your older sister?
Yeah. She passed away in 1994. She got missing in 1994. Now, see, my father was a Rolling Stone. You know what I'm saying? My father is well known, well respected. He was in the Attica ride. I can tell you stories about my father, of my upbringing, because I look just like my father. And my father's a Taurus, just like I am. My mother, she's a Gemini. You know, saying she was my mother first, my best friend, everything. And I can tell you stories about that anyway. When Pee-wee, my father had her by a different woman before she had when she had my sister. I got another older sister named Deborah. You know what I'm saying? And we all, you know, grew up together within Marcy. She be down in Lafayette Gardens, whatever. And then I used to watch that. Then after that, I started skin popping.
But how old was she when she was shooting up?
My sister is about 21, 22 years old, 23 years old. Yeah. She's much older. Yes. Matter of fact, you know, it's stories I can tell you about with her. You were saying like, I was like a favorite brother. Like I used to play hooky from school to go up to her house. You know what I'm saying? She had 3 or 4 girls up in the house. She said, "It's my little brother." She said, "Teach him and, you know, whatever." And you know, I'm keeping it real with you, man. The women that she had up there taught me how to, you know, eat pussy and all that. Taught me how to make love to women, all that, man. Listen, I had a very upbringing lifestyle, man. That you know, that I was much older mentally as I was, you know, physically. People seeing me. You know what I'm saying, you know. Yes. I witnessed my father killed the man over a dice game. That's when we got the time in Attica prison when I was 7 years old.
In Marcy?
No, this was in Utica Avenue. No, this back in early 70s. Like real early 70s.
And you say your father did time, got convicted for that body?
Oh, of course, Jay. Matter of fact, my father was in the Attica riot, and also he was one of the contributors in the Attica riot where he got burnt across whatever. Like back then, okay, when the Attica riot had the shooting, when William Kessler was the lawyer, that each family member that family had died, they paid for so much. So like me and my sister, we was only 2 siblings left from my father, so we had got 10,000, so we had to spend 5 and 5, you know what I'm saying, because of the Attica riot. You know, everything, you can research everything, but we're all that. You know what I'm saying?
What happened in that dice game though?
Well, dude cheated him, he shot and killed him.
You said the dude was cheating?
Yeah. My father caught him and shot and killed him.
You said that was the 70s?
Yeah. Matter of fact, no. It was in the 60s, bro. 60s. I have a very good memory, you know, very, very good. That's what my family memory took me. I remember a lot of things, like when I first came home, I remember certain things that, you know, I clicked on right fast, you know. And to be honest with you, brother, like, things is so, you know, I'm so focused, right? And like, the things that's going on right now, where I've been home 8 years now, and I got off like parole in 3 years. I persevere, you know, always work a job. I love to cook. I'm a cook, you know what I'm saying? I love to mentor. Anywhere you go, my spirit is only high. I don't use the N word, I don't use the B word. I killed my ego and I hung my pride. No, I don't use that word at all, period. Everything coming from me is positive. The lifestyle, the storm that I've been through, everything that comes to me is so positive coming up. It's unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? You know, how I changed my life for the better of having self-integrity.
What was the first memory you had from moving to Marcy though?
The first memory I had moving to Marcy where's that's where I started sniffing dope every day.
You said every day?
Huh?
You said every day, or before that you had just dipped and dabbed with it?
Yeah, before I dipped and dabbed with it, you know what I'm saying? Because I was coming home, my sister, my older sister, Peavy, she lived in Marcy. But then when I got with my best friend, the group in Marcy Plaza as well, his family is well known, the Sullivan family, and me and Kevin, you know what I'm saying? We used to always, you know what I'm saying, skip school, go get us a $2 bag, and we'd sniff it. You know what I'm saying? We'd be, ride the bus, the 44 bus going up and down, get to school. Then I grew up with Jimmy O'Royal at the Marcy Projects. That was my boy too. When me and Baldy grew up, me and Baldy, we used to always shoot dice together. Baldy never messed with drugs. You know what I'm saying? He's a ball player, his brother Joe, his sister Denise, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with them, you know what I'm saying, around there. Then that's when I started going to the Monkey's house. You know what I'm saying? It was a big family, they lived on the first floor. They had 2 apartments, and the mother used to sell drugs there. And I used to always go over there, you know what I'm saying, put my little dope in there, get my little skin pop, then I started mainlining from there. I used to go there, the mainline from there.
At what age?
From 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I went to the Rockefeller program. I went to my mother, I said, Mom, and my mother knew I was getting high, but she couldn't come pinpoint it because I never showed the sign of a dope fiend. When I was coming up, always dressed nice. You know what I'm saying? Parents, whatever. Because see, back in the 60s and the 70s, when a person used drugs, you know what I'm saying, hustle, you could never tell. You know what I'm saying? To get their appearance up. Like the real bottom of the bottom ones, back in then, you very rare find them. But person that was using drugs then, you know what I'm saying? They had flash because they be out there hustling. At that time we had the flare pants on, the bell bottom with the lizards, the gators, you know what I'm saying? The sidewinders, you know what I'm saying? The biscuit toes, you know what I'm saying? Hustling back then because my boy Didi, you know what I'm saying? People I grew up with that was using drugs. And from there we went over to the methadone. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of things. And like me and a lot of my comrades right now, I'm home right now, that turn their life on for the better, got business, Najee, Scatter, you know what I'm saying? People that lived in Ocean Avenue, Marcy Projects, that know these areas, that see me come out and say like, wow man, we thought you'd never come home. I said, yeah, listen, here I am, you know what I'm saying? And I'm doing good things. So you can ask me any question you want, little bro. I have nothing to hide or lie about.
What you started doing in the streets?
When I was like 13, 14, I was like doing like burglaries, you know what I'm saying? Back then, around that area over there in Marcy Project, that was Fazers. So everything was, all the apartment buildings, they never was up there in Fazers. So back then, I used to, see, back then the Jews just carried money belts, what they call money belts. And I used to snatch the money belts from the Jews. You know what I'm saying? And I was known for that, snatching the money belts, coming across from Lee Avenue, coming across over to Notion Avenue. Because back in that time, they would never cross Notion Avenue towards Lee Avenue. They would never cross that. Then it was not a lot of apartments over there. So I was snatching money bags back then. Then in the projects, going in the projects, we used to like be hustling, like shooting CeeLo, getting money with CeeLo, you know what I'm saying, dices. You know what I'm saying? Then we had the party back then, you know what I'm saying? Then I would be hustling, be jostling, because I was a pickpocketer as well, you know what I'm saying? I used to toss the cars, I used to toss the ladies to do car volley. And plus, I used to rob, I used used to take the money bills from the Jews, and I used to, young, of course, I snatched the pocketbooks, I did all that. But now, I mean, I shame of things that I did, my past. No, yeah, I snatched pocketbooks, yes.
Nah, bro, you ain't supposed to be, man. I mean, at the end of the day, we was all misled in the ghetto, living in the ghetto, and we was exposed to all type of stuff that we shouldn't have been exposed to as children. Know what I mean? And it led a lot of us astray. These are just the stories that people need to hear to know how that this shit been going on since the beginning of time.
Amen. It's right. It's right, bro. It's right. Definitely.
Yeah, you said you was skin popping. Like, for people who don't know what that is, that's just like when you shoot the dope not in your vein but just under your skin.
Right. Under your skin. Okay, you can shoot it behind your bicep, right? Or you can shoot it in your thigh. Anywhere where's no vein there. You know what I'm saying? You know, make sure you get in, because see, sometimes when you shoot that, you don't get a bubble. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they put it in right and squeeze it in. Then now, back then, you had to watch who you getting high with, because people would say, okay, you might get some dope, whatever. Then back then, we used not the syringe, we should use the baby pacifier, cut off, like we take the plug out of the syringe and put the pacifier, the nipple on the top with the rubber band, and we squeeze it like this here. That's what our dropper like this here. That's what you call a dropper back in the days. Because back in the days, we used to keep our works inside, like your eyeglass patch. And when you skin pop it, you do it like this here, because you have your cooker in there, which is a wine top bottle. You know what I'm saying? You have a bobby pin wrapped around it, so like when you hold it, when you cook your dope in there, whatever, then you have your cotton. Put your cotton inside there, cook, put your bag in there, your cotton. Some dude with speedball, they'll put coke and dope in there, and you call speedballer. You know what I'm saying?
And don't that skin popping, don't it burn when you do it though?
A little bit, but you get over it. But being that you're being used to skin popping, and then once you skin popping, then skin popping don't get as fast as high that you want it to be. Then that's you start mainlining.
Was it ever any young teens your age that you know that OD'd young?
Of course, yes. Matter of fact, my boy, man, a little Pee-wee, man, he was like shooting drugs. And God is my witness. 12 years old, he had more tracks on his arm than the Long Island Railroad, bro. At 12.
Where this was at?
This is right in Bushwick. Cause see me, I used to go all over, man. You know what I'm saying?
You said he OD'd eventually?
Yes.
At what age?
As a matter of fact, he was shooting drugs since he was 12. He OD, I said around about 13. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, you had the Choco Fong, which is the brown dope. They call it the Choco Fong. And that dope, they call Mexican mud. That dope was so powerful then, because like back then, you had the dope show, you had 2%, 3%, you had the long industrial bags. They had the small bag, the Choco Fong back then, it looked like mud. And when you cook it up, it's real dark. And then when you put it in the syringe, real dark, then you gotta really look hard if you mainline it to see the blood come up in your vein, go up in the nipple when you get high. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people estimated that, and I lost a lot of friends behind that. Even, I know guys used to do drugs. Their cooker was the Hellman's Jar mayonnaise top. Back then they had the metal top. If you do, back in the 60s and the 70s, they had a mayonnaise with the metal top, and they used to shoot a quarter a day. You know what I'm saying? And there's another story I would like to say as well, whereas how I found my biological daughter, February 26, 2023, on DNA Ancestry.com, because when I got arrested in 1976, my mother was one of the baddest boots and broads out of Ocean Avenue, and she should shoot a quarter of dope a day. You hear me? And my daughter, that's born right now, she got a car out of school. She's the person that adopted her is a blessing. God has blessed me coming home to find out all this here and blessing me. We text every day. Like I said, my story and the things I have to tell you, it will bring a lot of light to a lot of people to show the true meaning of perseverance. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we can go on and on, but we will start from the beginning of how my lifestyle started of using drugs and how I transitioned to my lifestyle.
That kid died, he OD'd at 13. Did that stop kids from using, or they just kept going?
No, they kept going. Who had it? Where you get it from? Because, see, knowing that they get the drugs from if they're good drug like this here, they would know that, okay, I would know how much to shoot now. They will put a limitation on it now. You know what I'm saying? Or put some in the cooker. Or put somebody down and know how much to put in the bag, the bag. Because back then, the dope bags was packed.
What type of gangs was around at that time?
Oh, you had the chaplains, you had the Corsair logs, you have back then you had the horsemen. You have okay, now when I was getting high, okay, now I'm going in the 70s. Oh no, shit, I was a tomahawk. I was an outlaw. Yes, I was a madcap back then.
How you became a tomahawk?
I came home on my off the Rockefeller bed, I knew I used to go with a girl named Sheila, God bless her soul, and her sister Sis, and I knew the family. I was living on Green Avenue then. I was living 523 Green Avenue. I won't forget it. And they used to live 506 right down there. And I used to date Sheila and Junior and all of them, and I became a tomahawk. You know what I'm saying? An outlaw. You know what I'm saying? And knowing I was, because I was knowing about fighting all the time. You know what I'm saying? I was, I used to go to, I was nice with my hands.
What gangs was in Marcy?
Well, it wasn't no gangs in Marcy. It was like outside of Marcy. You know what I'm saying? We didn't no gangs inside the projects. You know what I'm saying? No, it was like the Horsemen was down there by Lindsay Projects. You had the chaplains was debris board. You know what I'm saying? Debris board projects. But in Marcy, there wasn't really no gang there. You know, it was outside. Nah, the Marcy was just Marcy where we stuck where we stuck together. Like that was back in the 70s, man. 60s. That was the #1 project person would never want to come through.
You said that person would never want to come through?
No, never want to come in Marcy. Go to Marcy. Hey, man, ain't going no Marcy. You crazy?
Marcy was out of control back in those days?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And matter of fact, you can Google that. Yes, it was a fact. And I lived through that.
You talking about the 70s?
Yes.
And who ran Marcy then? Like, what type of dudes was out there? Like, when you was young?
Okay, back in that time, you had the Burrell brothers. You had the Bunkies. You had you had the stick-up man named Yo-Yo. He was at a Marcy project. He was well known around there. You had named Joseph James, one that he did allegedly killed the 2 police at Kings County Hospital when he escaped. Then you had like people that's drug dealers. They was well known around there. Wash, you know what I'm saying? The Burrells, like the Bunkies, people like that there, you know what I'm saying, look up to, you know what I'm saying, the big families that ran the projects.
You said somebody killed a cop trying to escape out of Kings County?
Yeah, he's a legend known at a. He was legend known at a Marcy by the name is Joseph James. His number was 76H0001. He was on death row. He the one that he was like when I was growing up projects. I used to watch because he had a dog named Sheba. They was well trained. Everybody know about the dog in the project. People this day right now, the person that know about it's in Marcy because I talked to a few of them, know about Joseph James. And they had a girl named Emily. He was a well-known stick-up kid. Whereas, if you Google back in the days, he did that big heist at Kennedy Airport of the diamonds and money. Stick-up heist.
And you said he escaped out of Kings County?
Oh, see, well, what it was, he had it planned. You know what I'm saying? You know, God rest his soul, you know what I'm saying? He died in Comstock, you know what I'm saying? He had it planned. And this girl, Emily, she got charged too. She had taped the gun under the toilet. So when he asked, like, she put it there, so when he asked the officer to use the bathroom, he went into the toilet and got the gun. So when, whatever, he shot the one, he escaped from there, yes. You can Google all that up. I mean, everything will pop up. His case, everything. I know a case like the back of my hand. And when he came to jail, when he was in jail, he was in prison. He was well known. They kept a real, because he would escape in a minute. He had a plan. He used to sharlock cash money in the penitentiary. He was he never smoked cigarettes. He never ate meat. He was a very athletic. He was an electrician. Like, they kept a very modern on him because he was very wise and slick and knowing that he was planning to escape one day. Name is Joseph James.
And you said that was around what year, you think?
Oh, what, to outside in the streets?
Yeah, like when he caught that Kings County case.
Oh, that was back in like 75, 76. Yes. But see, that's when I'm sorry, his number came up because his number was 76H0001 because he was the first one, the last one that came off that road because they had the chair in Green Haven. And so we going back, with the trial 2 years, I said back in 74, 73, 74, looking back in that time because he came up in 76, that's when he got his number. Because the H mean death house. Like you could say if my number was 78A 1810. So I came to Sing Sing, then to Clinton reception, right? Now if you go to Comstock, you got the D number, you know, you got the C number, you know, in different Buffalo, Rochester, you know what I'm saying? So his number was H. So when you have an H number, they know that you was on death row. And if you get an I number, like, that mean you come from out of state to do time. That mean you can't do state time in your state. Well, you should know about the letters of that, right?
Yeah, you know, some of them letters they got rid of because they stopped doing Elmira reception. Downstate was built. They start giving everybody A's from downstate and B's. I think Elmira was B.
Yes, because my first bid was 75B 846.
You did several state bids before you caught the 40 years?
Yeah. I did, okay, I did a year and a half on Rikers Island. On Rikers Island, when I went to Rikers Island, back then, it was only 4 houses on the whole island. C-74, C-76, HDM, and a woman's house. That was it when I was on Rikers Island.
The first time you was on the island, you went to C-74?
Listen, it was only C-74. No, when I was 18. You know what I'm saying? It was C-74. That was the adolescents. C-76 was the adults. HDM was like, you know, adults, and then you had the woman house. HDM was like the blocks. You know what I'm saying? The Rikers Island blocks. It wasn't like the dorms or the cells. Because C-74 was just built. Because when I came to downstate, nothing that was built.
Yeah, I know. How was C-74? What year you said was the first year you ever went in C-74?
Back in 1974.
And how was it in there?
It was, you could do a big, it wasn't none of that fight or whatever. You go to the big whatever, but a lot of officers back then was old time officers. They let you hustle. They let you steal things. And like you want to go to the block to see your man, or bringing you weed in back then. You know what I'm saying? Or heroin. I'm saying like this here, back then, because you had the adults that with the heroin, then they would have the adolescents, sneaking over to them. It wasn't like cutting them something. No, very rare you had that.
It wasn't none of that yet. When that started coming into play, like in the early '80s.
I would say no, in the early like '90s. I would say because that's when the razors came along. Because I remember when the razors came from up north. You know what I'm saying? And that's when the razors came about. You know what I'm saying? But everybody used a flathead, right? Or you buy a knife. Because I used to sell K57s and 007s.
So what was the first what case you caught the first time that you got locked up?
The first case I got was snatch of the pocketbook.
And they sent you to the island for that?
Yeah.
And what you just did, you did how long you did? You just did a few months and went home?
No. From there, I had the Rockefeller on my back, still on Rockefeller. So I took the 3-year Rockefeller. You had the 3-year or the 5-year Rockefeller. I took the 3-year Rockefeller because I escaped my first bid, because once you showed them back then that you were using heroin and getting habits, so what they do, they dismiss all the robbery charges you have and give you the Rockefeller program. Then once you complete the Rockefeller program, all them charges is just, it's dismissed. You can have 10, 15 robberies, but once they see that you was a heroin addict, that's when the Rockefeller program, and they give you the Rockefeller program, and they dismiss all the robberies.
But they would test you to make sure you test positive for dope?
All you gotta do is show them your tracks. See, so back then you show them tracks. Ain't no urine testing. You show them your tracks, you certified. It wasn't under that pin and cup. You come with no. Show them your tracks.
And the Rockefeller program was on the island?
No, the Rockefeller program. Okay, when you go to detox, first you go to Staten Island, because Staten Island was before they made it a prison. That was the Rockefeller program. You go to detox there. That's when they break you down from the methadone and everything. So after you go through that, and it was like it was like you got your robe, your bathroom, saying you play your pool. You go into detox. You got men in there, right? And like a few old timers I ran into the other day, we talked about that, about the Rockefeller, because like a lot of them went through that. Anyway, a little older than me, but and he's doing good. Anyway, you go through it. Then after that, you go. I went to Bayview. That's on West 20th Street. You know what I'm saying? And you go there. You have your counseling. Then you do your work week. Then you go out on the trips. Like you locked in there. Then you got to earn your way of going out the weekend passes with your family. You know what I'm saying? You come back with your test and everything. And your family come in for groups, because you're still the Rockefeller program, and talk about your addiction and how your family's whatever. It's like a program,
So
into that.
How old was you when you caught the case that sent you away for the 40 years?
Okay, April 25th, 1976, I just turned 21. August 11, 76, that's when I took the man's life.
What
and I stayed from there. Before that, I was on a run, knowing I had the body. So my mother and my father sent me up to the Bronx for about 2 weeks. Then I started getting high again. So my father said, listen, he's gonna send me down south. So when he sent me down south, he didn't tell my grandfather that I was on the run for the murder, right? So I was down to my grandfather. Then by me traveling, then I was seeing how easy it was to get money, whereas they would take the money bag, like Ziploc bag, and drop it into a box. So being that nobody knew me around, nobody knew me that I was down there or know of me, I used to like go behind them and act like I got a gun behind them and snatch the money bag from them.
But what was it that happened? Like, if you want to talk about it, I know dudes' cases and stuff.
Big bro.
But it's like, what did you know that person? What happened? Why did you have to kill him?
Okay, listen, it was a robbery that went bad. It was a cab driver robbery that went bad.
And this was in what year?
This is in 1976. August 11, 1970. You can go August 11, 1976.
So how to rob? Like what? So you was out. This was around Marcy.
Matter of fact, I was on Franklin, right? I was on Franklin and Fulton at that time. That's when the Tropical was I had a co-defendant named Dabney Harvey, which he testified against me. You know what I'm saying? We were both, you know what I'm saying, in the car and everything, when the robbery went bad, when I said, man, shit, I told my co-defendant, yo man, whatever, then he started rubbing him out. So what I did, I kicked him out the car, you know what I'm saying, and he hit his head on the bumper, and I told the cab to stop. He didn't want to stop, he kept going, and I popped him, bang!
You had already been robbing cab drivers, or this was a first time thing?
No, the first time thing of a cab driver.
So y'all did it spontaneously, or you knew who that cab driver was?
No, we did it spontaneously.
So y'all saw him dropping off somebody, or y'all was in the cab taking it?
No. We seen him. We flagged him down because we said, yo, let's get a cab. Let's get a cab. Let's rob a cab. So we robbed him. And the robbery went bad, yes.
What did he try to do? Like you say, he wouldn't stop driving? You said your man fell out the car?
Yeah, because he panicked and jumped out the car while the car was still moving.
Before you pulled the gun out?
Yes.
Like he started getting nervous while robbery was about to go down, and he's like, yo, I'm not doing this?
Yes.
Y'all was beefing for a minute, or what?
Yeah, yes. I told myself, he said, man, fuck this. Back in the days, even in Marcy, everybody called me Maine, M-A-I-N, Maine. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? But I'm saying, so jumped out the car, whatever, hit his head on the bumper, right? Knocked himself out. So when the cab said, when I popped him, I got out the cab. Matter of fact, I could show you the picture. My father got that. I had a dashiki on then, and I put the 38 right in my dashiki pocket, and then it fell out my pocket, right? But I kept going. So I didn't go to my house because I know they're gonna be looking for me. So I jetted to another friend's house, and then when they came, then they contacted me. My older sister, yo, the police looking for you. What you did? I said, yeah. So they said they got Dabney Harvey. So Dabney Harvey gave them description and where I lived at and everything.
He was from Marcy too?
No, he was from Notion in Lexington.
Y'all used to get high together and all of that?
Well, we and him, we never got high because see, he used to like coke. And I was Mr. Dope saying, so we never get high with him, but he did, yes, he used to get high, yeah, of course.
But you robbed other stuff with him before?
No, my first time, he was a burglar. See, that was my mistake. He was a burglar, he never was a robber, all he did a lot of burglaries.
So how long it took for them to catch you?
2 months.
You was still in Brooklyn, or you said you had went down south, right?
No. I was in Virginia Okay, then I went to Virginia. Then when they caught me in Virginia at the house, then they sent me to Greensboro, North Carolina, to the max security jail in Greensboro, North Carolina.
So
I got all my reports.
What you was doing while you was in Virginia? You was trying to just get money and stay low?
Yeah, get money, stay low, and keep it real with you, still getting high. Yeah, still getting high.
And you said you was robbing dudes out there?
No, not robbing dudes. I was taking the money bags. You know what I'm saying? Because it was so easy back then. Like, say for instance, a store closed or they're going to deposit money. You know the burlap bags?
Mm-hmm.
And they walk down the street with it right there. They come behind them and push it. They ain't going to look back. Back in then, no. The country people, no. They ain't going to look back. So it came out in the paper. You know what I'm saying? So, robbing, man. You know, robbing store people, snatching bags. Yeah. Yeah. And plus, after that, I used to go out boosting, right? One of my uncle's friends, you know what I'm saying, to take me on boosting, and I used to go to the supermarkets, and I used to steal between 20, no exaggeration, to 30 steaks, right? I would like go in, pack them right in front of me, like I wear something big, pack it right down there, go in the car, drop it off, go back in, drop it off, and I used to sell the steaks like that to people while we're down there.
So what they did, how they caught you?
Okay, caught me. To this day, somebody had told within my family friends, because they was hearing that I had a warrant on me, and like they put a bullet in knowing that I escaped out of New York. So word got to them. So they came. I was at my uncle's friend house, and he was in the house. So when I seen the sheriff car pulled up, I said, where your bathroom at? So he said, well, you gotta go down to the basement, use the bathroom. So I went out to the basement. So when they came and said, you know, it's such a shit, they had my picture. He said he went downstairs, but I was hiding. So when I was hiding, I just played like I was crazy. In my report that I can show you, I made him miss 2 flights to bring me back to New York. I played bugged out.
Like what?
You know,
like how? Just wilding out?
Yes. Then, in order to put me on the plane, they had hit me up with Thursday. But see, they had told me, they said, if I didn't put me on a plane, they couldn't have the cuffs on me. So what they did, okay, the first trip when they were trying to bring me back, I was in a hospital bed, and when they would say, oh, you're ready to go, right? So I would act crazy, and okay, you know the bed railing, as you pull it up, you know, keep it from falling off the bed?
Yeah.
I was biting that. I was biting that, acting crazy, snot coming out my mouth and everything.
So what they did, they finally got you to New York and sent you to, oh, you said they sent you to North Carolina?
No. It's the Greenville, North Carolina, so I go to weigh my expedition, you know, to New York and everything like this here, you know? Yes. To the maximum security prison, because, you know, I'm wanted for murder, plus, you know, I left the scene, plus, you know, I still had time of the bid I did, the 1.5 to 3, because, to be honest with you, when I came home, 76, only stayed home 6 months, bro.
After doing what? You said you did a year and a half?
Yeah, after doing a year, 6 months, bro.
Before you caught the big case?
Yes.
So what they did, they brought you to Rikers Island?
Okay, yeah, they put me to Rikers Island. So now, I'm on Rikers Island now. Now, I said, man, later put this shit here. I'm going to play. At that time, people used to play Bellevue to get over a lot of cases. So by me listening I played crazy. So when the psychologist came down to my cell and he seen how wild it was, he said, yeah, send him, admit him. So when he trapped me there, I go to Bayview, go to Bellevue. I'm on the psychiatric ward. And when I'm on the psychiatric ward, I watching a few people, whatever. So now, dude that was playing it, whatever, he said, man, you gotta like play it out. You gotta play it all the way out. You know, you be getting a murder beat, you know. Had an old timer telling me this year, a few of them, I'm saying. So I was acting up, whatever. Then when they put me in the straight jacket the first time and hit me up, and then when I came about, whatever, I said, man, fuck this shit, man.
What you mean, they hit you up with the Thurazine?
Did they?
That shit ain't no joke,
I said, man, fuck this shit. I would get slow, whatever. I said, listen, I'd rather stand trial. I want to see my lawyer. Yes. Yes. I was on Brooklyn House Detention back in '77 when Blackout came out. I was going to trial then.
You said in Brooklyn House?
Yeah.
You said
I was in Brooklyn House.
For the blackout?
Huh?
For the blackout?
Yeah. Because I was going to trial then.
The whole jail was blacked out?
No. See, inside the jail, in the streets, there was a blackout. Inside the jail, they had the generators. See, that couldn't go out, but it was like limited thing, but it had the generators on. So when they had to open up the cells, they had to do it manually.
How was Brooklyn House back then? It was wild?
Yes, it was. That's when me, Berkowitz, son of Sam, because he was on the 10th floor, I was on the 9th floor. Then Brooklyn House, yes, you, cause people, Brooklyn House people, you know, you have the house gang there, and have the day rooms. You got locker, yes, Brooklyn House. That's where the adults are there. You got to really like be on your game there, because Brooklyn House, the police will fuck your ass up.
So the police was beating dudes up on the island? I mean, in Brooklyn House?
Yeah. And dudes was getting other dudes, you know, right. And plus, you know, there was a lot of, a lot of drugs was coming through Brooklyn House, a lot. Yes.
At that time, Brooklyn House was worse than Rikers Island?
Yeah, because they only had 4 houses on Rikers Island and everything on the show, but Brooklyn House was the worst. 275 Atlantic Avenue, that was the worst. You know what I'm saying? Yes. That was the address, 275 Atlantic Avenue.
So how you went to trial and you blew trial? When you blew trial in 76?
No, I blew trial in 77. Pick up the paper. I was on the 3rd floor on Brooklyn House working a suicide. I was a suicide aide.
But when my fault. When the blackout happened, y'all was looking out the window, seeing people looting and all of that.
Yeah, like okay. The windows we had, it was like, well, we really can't see. But if you go towards the other window where they can let you open it out, like you go to the front of the tier, you can look out them windows right there. Because a few guys just give me their glasses to put on the windowsill so they get the Ray-Ban anyway. And I used to look out there all the time. And because like across the street, there was like apartment houses. And I always, matter of fact, keep it real with you, I had Fernando, an officer, to bring me a small pair of binoculars, because I used to look across to the apartment house where this woman, God is my witness to take my life. I used to watch her naked every night, and I used to pay guys used to pay me money to go out there, come out there for about 5 or 10 minutes to take a look over there at her, and she's doing her purpose, and she know that we looking.
She knew y'all was looking?
Yeah, she know it. Yeah, she know it. She know it. Cause she have a curtain wide open. You know what I'm saying? A certain time, no question. And I tell guys, yo, man, it's showtime. What's up? What's up? You know what I'm saying? Gotta get 2 boxes of parfaits, or I get a pack of cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Or some whatever conversation. Got to pay me.
So where they sent you up? What was the first spot they sent you up north? You said you blew trial. You and your co-defendant had separate trials?
No, he copped out, but his testimony, he got 4.5 to 9.
And what they gave you?
I was sentenced to 25 to life.
And you did 40 off the 25 to life?
Yeah, yes. I went to the pro board 9 times, had 18s of hit, yes. I kept getting deuce at the board.
9 deuces before they let you go?
Yes.
That's crazy, man. I thought they only could do 6.
No.
And they kept saying the same thing, the severity of your crime. The severity of your crime will reduce. If we let you go, it'll reduce the severity of your crime and all of that?
No, they kept, no. Every time I go to parole board, they say, we feel that you are incompatible for the welfare society. Okay, y'all looking at 25 years ago. What about now? See, I done argued my case and helped a lot of brothers. I know the statute law of all that. I'm saying, and they kept using that rebuttal. And plus, in 06, I caught a new bid in 06.
Up north?
Yes.
For what?
I got caught with 6.5 grams of raw heroin.
And what jail was that?
That was in Clinton, Dannemora.
And they just straight gave you a whole new felony?
A whole new felony. Before that, they took me out there, fingerprint me. I stayed in the county jail overnight. I copped out to 1.5 to 3, and they gave me 30 months in the box.
And you went to Southport?
Yeah, I went to Southport. Every match I went to the box only one time. I never repeat a box in the jail the same time. No, yeah, Southport. Yeah, I was in Southport where you had the notorious people be there. Bolo, with your shit though. Listen, I can go through history of them back then. You know what I'm saying? Back then, Southport was crazy.
They was throwing. This you talking about in the 70s?
No, Southport. No, when I caught in 06.
Oh, 06 when you caught your new charge, you mean?
Yeah, going to Southport. Yeah.
Who was in Southport that time?
You had the shit dog named Lobo. You had cause you had the cadre there as well. You know what I'm saying? You had KB. Yeah. All of the top brothers that was there, you know what I'm saying? Talking about like, the Bloods, listen, believe me, I know all of them is and all of them, man. Trust me. 9 Trey, I know them all. I was a high plane drifter. Because I tell them, a man moving alone, a coward moving crowds. And I don't move like that. I have comrades.
So you seen, I know they had you in every single max up top, right?
Every single match. Clinton, okay, I've been to Clinton 2 times. I've been to Comstock twice. I've been to Sing Sing 3 times. I've been to they didn't let me in Caxsaki. They kept me there overnight. They said, no, you ain't staying here in Caxsaki. Elmira twice. Sullivan, Shawanga, 5 Point, Washington, the mediums. I've been to Bear Hill. I've been to Franklin. I've been to I'm talking about the medium. I got released from Woodburn.
Yeah, I was in Franklin in like 94, 95.
I was in Franklin in 2000, like in 2000, because 2003, that's how I was diagnosed with colon cancer. In 2003, I was at I left there in 2000. After I left there, they sent me closer. That's when I start hustling then. Because, like, right now, for 20 years, guess what, big bro? You know what a colostomy is, right?
Yeah.
I'm living with a colostomy for the rest of my life. I had it for 20 years. You'll never know if I don't tell you.
Because of the colon cancer?
Yep. That's right. I had colorectal cancer. What they did, they took half my colon out, and I didn't need radiation or chemotherapy because they caught it in the town. I had a tumor in my colon, big as my thumb. And they caught it in the town. They said, oh, yeah, I have two ways. I could have took radiation, shrink it or whatever, or live with a colostomy for the rest of my life, whereas I would need no radiation chemotherapy, so I took that choice.
How old was you when they diagnosed it?
Back then, I was 47.
You was having symptoms and all of that? Or you just...
The symptoms, like, my stomach used to hurt a lot. At first, they thought it was a hernia. No, it was, what you call it? Oh, not a hernia. Like when you have gas. Anyway, so I kept complaining because my stomach was hurting. Then every time I used the bathroom, my stool be black. So that was internal. No, they thought it was ulcer, but it wasn't. And listen, I prayed by it. So then it took me out, and how I went up to this hospital, damn near Canada, because I fought tooth and nail to go to the best doctors of diagnosis what I had. Because I stay on top of my medical chart, and my medical. Because see, I just tell the guys a lot, man. You have a patient bill of rights, because people, the men, the doctors that work inside the penitentiary, they retired veterinarians. They're not really doctors. They just, they got to send you out to really diagnose the thing what you really did to get a really good profession. They got to see the hospital. That's why I took a lot of hospital trips. You know what I'm saying? Because the doctors in the penitentiary, they're not real doctors. And you should know that, right or wrong.
He said they retired veterinarians.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Them niggas the worst. They'll let your ass die. You better go to an outside hospital.
Right. And demand it too. You know what I'm saying? Let them know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You give me this. Listen, this is not work. Listen, take 2 Tylenol. Like when you go to sick call, the nurses get so sticky. Oh, you don't waste my time. Well, come on, listen. I want to see a doctor, outside doctor. You know what I'm saying? So the veterinarians got to okay, so they make their hospital trips. I stayed on trips, and no, bro, that was my thing. When I was in the box and everywhere, that's how I used to get all my drugs in, and I used to sell my cigarettes and all that, my weed and all that.
But so you said when you blew trial, what's the first jail they sent you to up top?
Oh, first jail, okay. First jail up top. Okay, I went to Sing Sing I stayed at Sing Sing for about 6 months. Then my first jail was Clinton down tomorrow.
So you was in Sing Sing for orientation?
It was like, because B block was banded back then. Only A block was built, and the H block, A block and H block. But see, H block is like a transit, just transit. You know what I'm saying? Only way you can stay there if you get a certain program, but if you have a big long stretch of bed, you gotta go up top. Got to go up top. So many guys, man, did so much stuff, man. Break a leg, get stabbed, whatever, not to go up top. Yo, I see some funny shit, motherfuckers that wanna go up top.
What, from Sing Sing?
Yeah, you damn right.
So you said at that time people wasn't really staying at Sing Sing? Nobody, or just a selective few? Like, nobody was staying there for no long periods of time?
No, only selective few. Like, okay, like say for instance, if you went up top already and come down, right? Because signals that make you come down, you go in the H block. H block is like an honor block where like you work in the prison now. You know what I'm saying? You work in reception over in A block back then. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the only thing open up then. You know what I'm saying? You had 7 buildings and you had 5 buildings. You know what I'm saying?
So you said they sent you where from Sing Sing?
Where?
You said they sent you where from Sing Sing?
Clinton down tomorrow.
First spot?
First spot.
And that was 77?
Reception. Huh?
That was 77?
No, my number is 78A, 1810.
And how was Clinton then? Who was there when you got there?
Okay, David Berkowitz, he was up there already. In Clinton, I was a reception then. Then you had a lot of you had 2 firefighters that was in prison. When I came from the program, because I was the waterman on the gallery, when I came back, one of the firemen had slit his wrist and he was over the toilet. He bled to death. That's why I called the officer, because he had 1.5 to 3 and he couldn't do it and he slit his wrist.
What you mean? You said you saw it? You saw him?
No, I told the officer, because he was right there by the toilet with his arm in the toilet with the razor. See, back then they give you razor. They give you the razor blade that you twist up and put the double edge in reception.
You talking about the bubble razors?
Huh?
You talking about bubble razors?
No, Gillette razors.
They was giving people straight razor blades?
Yes. You get 5 razor blades a week back then. You get 5 razor, and you change it, and they give you the razor. Like you twist the top, it open up like a convertible top. You drop the blade in there, you screw it back on, right? Then you shave yourself with that. Because when you go to Clinton reception, you got to keep a clean shave. When you go down and go to the movie theater, the officer look at your face. If you have peach fuzz on your face, he send you right back to your cell, and you blow the movie for the weekend.
And you said You said he was a firefighter. He killed himself he was in his cell.
Yes, he was when we came back from program. Yes.
What they was locked up for, them firefighters?
Well, he only had 1.5 to 3. It was 7, and he couldn't do the time. And it's real. I'm saying, matter of fact, we talk about, I can visit right in my head right now, because he was on 6 gallery. I remember 1 gallery and everything he was on.
You said he only had a 1.5 to 3?
1.5 to 3. See, back then.
That was Clinton, you said?
Yeah, Clinton Dynamo, yeah. Back then, going to Clinton and coming upstate, of being, you working with people. You know what I'm saying? Like you're specific. I ran across state troopers. I ran across judges. I ran across doctors. You know what I'm saying? That was in APPU where Tupac was at and Sean was at. And Old Dirty Bastard was at. And a lot of correctional officers that I left at Sing Sing back in the 80s, they came up there back in I came back in the 90s, up in Clinton.
But why would they even have them? Why they had them dudes in Clinton with a 1.5 to 3? They was doing that back in the days.
Yeah, because listen, when I came up, it was only 14 jails in the state of New York, bro.
So they was just sending dudes with light ass time into Clinton and all of that.
Yes, to get to know. Yes, to go to the jail. Then they send you to places like Fishkill or whatever. You know what I'm saying, but you got to go to the big house first to get your classification drop and everything. That's mandatory. But back then, we didn't have all these other new mediums. Like I said, Downstate wasn't even built yet. Remember, Downstate was built in the 81, 82. And I was in Auburn then. I was pressing lights. I was doing license plates then. New York State license plates.
So when you got to Clinton, what was the first thing you got into? Like, you knew people that was there already or what?
No, when I got to Clinton, see, at that time, reception like real, like you be in your cell most of the time. You become a waterman, or you have your record every day. You have programs during the daytime. During the weekends, you go to a movie. Like back then you go to the movie theater. what I'm saying? A lot of go to the movie theater by tears. And then from there, okay, from there, after I left Clinton reception, I came to Clinton population. And in 1979, which I got the report, I can show you, I set a ride off in the mess hall. First and foremost, when I got out reception, I was looking around the yard. I said, oh shit, this is Clinton. Now mind you, got no hair on my face, young, and back then, I had the known booty bandits, bro. Back in the 70s, listen, these young brothers coming up now, they gotta ease them up. If they come up back in the 70s, you know, listen, they're gonna try you, man. You hear me? They're gonna try you. And they try Dabney HALL. I'm keeping it real with you. They tried me. So I took the next spin around the yard. I put a rock inside my hand. You know what I'm saying? So when he said something to me again, I said, Steve, what'd you say? When he said it again, that's when I broke his motherfucking jaw.
What you mean he tried you though? How he tried you?
Like, you know, said, yo, you need anything, you know, like,
what you mean, you was in the yard and he came up to you?
No, I'm walking around the yard and he started talking. Him and this boy, you know, he man was together was saying, see what they do, them say they say things going by, see how your reaction is. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that you just come out of reception, they're testing you now. So he made a remark, and I kept walking. And the remark, I said, okay, you know what time it is. So I kept walking. So I walk around the yard, you know what I'm saying? You know, cock whatever. So I picked up that rock. See, in Clinton yard, back then you had a lot of small rocks in the yard because everything was like a dirt yard in the rock, you know, in Clinton yard. Clinton yard looked like a big hobo court. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying? We had, you cook out in the yard and all this other stuff. Anyway, when I came back around, so I said, we said it again. So when he got closer, that's when I broke his goddamn jaw.
And what happened? The police saw it or what?
Oh yeah, they saw it, came out there rushing, whatever, took me in, take my legs, you know what I'm saying, you know, what happened? I said, yo man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on, you know what I'm saying, you know? So they only gave me 7 days keep block being I just, you know, just came out of reception, 7 days keep see back in the day they gave you 723. 723 mean 7 day keep lock and 23 days no rec. So after I got keep lock, I like if I go out to the yard, I would like go out, come back in, no rec, like I said, they have gallery rec, I have no rec like this here. Then I got the population, then I got into the mess hall. That's my first bit started in the mess hall.
You said, but you said you had already been hip to the booty bandit game from your other bids. Like they thought you was new, but you kind of knew what time it was with that shit, or somebody right, put you on. Right, but see, the other bids, see, Elmira was adolescents. You'd have the old timers there, the veteran mans with the 60s and the 70 numbers. You'd have them there. But I know about the bandit because guys would come from there and say, yo, man, you know, well, they had a few, guys there that, they had their, those sweet boys, they call them sweet boys that said whatever, but I know the style, I know what time it is, you know what I'm saying, you know? I know what time it is, you know what I'm saying, you know? And, you know, and knowing me, I'm doing 25 to life, man, ain't no way in hell. I'm coming out with a dress on, and I went in with pants. Shit. You know? So you said after that, like you was fucking with dudes or you was rolling dolo? No, after that, word got around of what I did, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so I come, you know, I see like, you know, guys like looking on, you know how guys like
once you walk Clinton hallways, you can't talk. Once you get in the mess hall, you get loud and talk and everything, right? And like, when you come in the middle of the door, you go to the left or you go to the right. Back in that time, the white boys went to the left side and the black guys went to the right side online. You go to the mess hall. Yeah, it was segregated like that, bro. Real talk.
There was a lot more white prisoners back then, right?
Yes.
How was it? It was racial tension in the jail at all times?
Most likely, yes. Especially when you have like, back then you have like the bikers, the skinheads. You know what I'm saying? Cause like they had their main courts up there. They would try you. And see where you would be at, who you would be with. You know what I'm saying? Are you a flunky? You know what I'm saying? Could he use you to do certain things?
Was it borough groups in there back in the days, like Brooklyn, Bronx was hanging with each other?
Yeah, yes. Because I told Pressure that our court in Clinton was 718.
Talking about back when you first got there?
Huh?
You talking about back in the days when you first came up top?
Yeah, our court was 718.
Who else from Brooklyn was in Clinton at that time?
Okay, now, back in that time, I'm going back in the 90s. You had Daddy-O, you had Nils, you had his brother here, you had, I'm not talking about the old timers. You had, Iz was back then. You had, Doc, which another old timer, he's out here with me doing good. You had, I can name you had Berkowitz there. You had yes, because Brooklyn, the last ride I was in was in 93. We had in Clinton. The boroughs we had in Clinton.
You said a riot?
Yeah.
What, black against white?
No, we borough against borough.
What was it, Bronx against Brooklyn or something like that?
Yeah, yes. That's what Daddy-O and all of us, yes.
You said what year was that like?
That was in like 93.
What happened? What popped that riot off?
What popped it off is, okay, once they was fighting this man on top of the hill on the handball basketball court, and then got the best of him. Then they gave him a gun. He was trying to hit him. They want to hit him. Then he came down to the court, because our court was right there. Our weight court was right there by the as you come inside the gate. And then we all held him down, Daddy, all of us. Then everything. And then we just went at it. You know what I'm saying? Then fight in the yard. It went down. We said, and we had to go through a gauntlet and everything. Yeah, yes. You know what I'm saying? Believe me, but none of the Brooklyn dudes get hurt, whatever. We got the best of them. Also, in '83, when I was in Attica, when Andre Porter got shot, where the officer shot him from the tower because another comrade of mine was he was hitting him with a bat, and the officer told him drop the bat, and when he shot him in the arm, he had a hole in his back, because I looked up at the day, I said, you motherfucker, you shot him. And we stayed in the yard 23 hours that day. So I can tell you the year and everything of when big incidents happened that I was there, that I was involved with. And I got the paperwork. I get a copy of everything.
Myself is two guns in the lift, so when they follow me, I jump out in the club with two sticks. Hey yo, LAZ, make sure you check out that new single from Royal Flush featuring L Saucy. It's called Right There, you heard? And the link is in the comment section and in the description of this video, you heard? Leave a comment, tell them Z-Man Suicide Polo with the Ski Man sent you. Look for this single on Apple Music and all streaming platforms.